I think we're live, folks. I think we're live. I need to grab some stuff. See what I can grab. I need my stuff. Where did my phone case go? There it is. Found it. All right. Turn that beeper off. I can't believe. Oh, that's me. That was me. All right, let me take this off. Graveyard dead, folks. Graveyard dead. Check and see if I'm showing as live. Okay. Supposedly I am. Yep. You see my craziness just walking around.
I see you.
Oh, snap. Let's see here, folks. That's what I'm looking for. I'm super curious. What's going on, everybody? We are live from the Hinsdale house. And I'm sliding down the screen. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's Goalie Hopper. Hi. Changing some batteries in the old grid. So for anyone that doesn't know, we've been getting some activity. Paul was over here. And it was hopping. It was hopping. Let's see here. Hello, everybody. We are ghost hunting. Yep. Paranormal investigations. And we are here seeing what we got. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Sammy. Appreciate that. But we are at the haunted Hinsdale house in Salamanca, New York. And we've got some activity. It's popping. It was popping. Now it's slowed down a little bit. I'm going to grid this up here real quick. There we go. Well, hey there, Liz Coy. What's your scariest encounter? That? Yeah, that kind of spooked me out. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready. Oh. I'll show you guys what I'm dealing with right now. So right now we've got, this is basically like an EMF detector, but it also works with a radiation field. So what we're looking for right now, and what the thought process is with radiation, when it spikes, it's typically they're trying to manifest. And you can see we're relatively low. But what you're hearing is that bell right there. So when that bell pops, that means that something's coming into the electrical magnetic field. But this is all radiation right here. This is all. So we're gonna try to communicate a little bit here. See what we get. See what we get. See if they want to talk. All right, let's sit down over here. All right. So we're gonna put. Let's see if I can get this to where y'all can see it. So relatively low. It was spiking for a minute. So is anybody here that wants to try to communicate? I would love to talk to somebody. Do you miss Tina when Tina was here? If you could come a little bit closer, you can see on the side of the gauge right there, that little bit of fluctuation, those little lines kind of on the side. That will show you how much radiation there is. And we can switch to like EMF. So like this would be the thank you. Do you want to talk? You do want to talk? This is radiation, guys. Are you here? What is it that you want to say? What is that noise I keep hearing? Are you hearing that too? In the corner?
Like a click?
Yeah, what's that click?
I don't know.
Can't figure out what that. So over there is the laser grid. I've got an old school camera in that corner. You can kind of see it right there. And it uses the magnetic tapes. Okay. You know what's weird is that radiation spikes every single time that bell goes off. Look at that. Are you here right now? That is unreal how much that spikes. I'm curious if it's. I'm trying to figure out if that's setting that off somehow. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't think that it would. Let me try turning the. Let me turn the REM pod off. Couldn't find the button. Okay, sorry, folks. It's like Godzilla mode over here. I apologize. I heard that pop again. And there's nothing over there that would cause that pop. There's that camera. There's a light. Am I hearing the light?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, but I hear it too.
I kind of want to put. What is that noise? I kind of want to put a microphone over there and just see. That's got to be like a. Oh, that's my shadow. I see it. As soon as I touch that light.
Are you setting that up?
I don't know. I don't know how I would. I've got this big power bank. I don't know if this would set it off.
Yes, that could.
I wonder if that's it. I don't think that power bank is what it is. It's all the way over here. There's no way it would set that off that far.
Are you pressing that on your own?
So that we understand that it's you trying to communicate. Can you press this bell? I'm going to count down from. Well, okay. Can you do it from the count of. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you. Can you do it after I count down from 3 and then go to 1? So don't press it until I go to 1. 3, 2, 1. Nothing. Okay. Well, I feel like my screen is foggy. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I mean, this is for radiation, so it shouldn't, like electrical magnetic field. I wouldn't think, like if I put this near, I can literally put on top of that power bank and it doesn't do anything. So I don't think it's the power bank. I turned the REM pod off, so there's nothing that would cause the. Let me see what happens if I leave the power bank by the bell. I mean, it's not going off. It's not the power bank. So earlier we did get, I did use a Polaroid and we was taking some pictures and I thought it was interesting. This first photo, it's kind of hard to see, but basically we got kind of a dark background, but then the second photo had this weird streak. We're going to be covering all this stuff on the full video, but it's definitely a little odd. If you're here, can you please ring the bell for us again? I just want to validate that you're here. I really want to know what that clicking noise is. You know what I noticed? I hear that clicking noise. I heard that clicking noise right before it went off. Because as soon as I asked it, it did not. Dude, that is so weird.
Is that you? Can you press the bell again? Please? Thank you.
Thank you for the validation. Dude, that's even higher than when Tina was here. It's literally 106.
Wow.
82, 759. It's going all over the blocks. Then I touched it and it stopped. So for anyone that doesn't know, this isn't EMF right here. This is radiation. So it's technically looking for spikes in radiation. So like right there was a spike. Dude, it's so weird that there's like a delay between these two things happening. So the bell is a dead bell. That's ringing based on EMF spikes. And this is just radiation. That's all that. Now I can switch it, right? So like, so this is EMF. I'm curious if it spikes at the same time as that bell again. Can you do me a favor? Can you ring that bell again? It's not doing anything with the electromagnetic field. That doesn't make sense. Can you please do me a favor? Can you ring that bell again for me, just so I can validate that you're here? Can you touch my hand? Please?
Are you still in the room?
Sometimes I feel like it pulls energy from somewhere and it backs off and then it comes back. That's what it feels like. See, this is where it'd be handy if we had two investigators in two different spots. Because I'd be curious. Because that laser grid.
Where do you want me to go?
I'm going to go look at that camera real quick. Because I could see literal movement in it before. And I'm curious if it'll show that. I'm going to grab this stuff right here. If you need me, just scream. It's a joke. So we set up a spot. This is where all of our cameras are at currently. And what I'm finding is we're recording all of this stuff. This is that camera feed. And what's interesting is sometimes you can see when it goes to ring that bell, you can almost see the dots move. See, I don't see it now. Oh, I just did. So it's probably hard to see, but right in here, look around this bell and you'll see that grid will move occasionally. You can kind of see it right here. I don't think it's going to ring that bell. Sitting here carrying battery packs for dinner, folks. Here soon, we're going to be doing our more in-depth investigation. We're just kind of at the beginning of it. Earlier, there was a lot, and I mean a lot, of activity that was happening. Tina and Paul was here. Now, Paul was here for the original exorcism that happened in the 70s. And, oh, that's that table. Okay. And this place was literally a hotbed. There's a little bit of footage. I don't want to give it all away. I don't want to give you guys all the good stuff, but there was activity that happened. Playback. Log in. Let me go back to it, and I'll give you guys just a little teaser. Bear with me. This is when Tina and Paul was here. So you're going to see, I'm bringing in a box right here. And I'm putting that box on the table. And I'm kind of doing an explanation of what it is. All right, I went too far. This is still a little bit too far. Hold on. All right, so you're going to see that box right there. And we was talking to, you can see it's kind of facing, that's like the front of the box. It's kind of facing, and you will see that that box is going to move. Let me try to study this. So I come into the room, and I'm talking to Tina. Let me fast forward a little bit. We're still talking. It's around 56 and some change. Now look at the box. It's facing a different direction. I never touched that box. You're going to see it on the video when we do the live video. And what we're doing is we're checking for radiation in that corner. Let me get to the spot that's really interesting. 7:58. So as we're talking, Paul is in the other room with Sophia and with Jess. And now they start coming in right here. Now, if you look at this box, everything's kind of normal. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. So everything's normal. No one touches this table. That box is laying right there on the edge. And if you look, it's been moving this entire time. That's not me. No one's moved this box. It's just kind of doing its own thing. Now, Paul goes to sit at that table. Now, watch. I see this thing get pushed. And I try to stop it. I see it right there. Did y'all see that? It pushed that right off the table. I'm going to play it one more time. This will be in the actual full video later on. I'm going to do a higher end video, and this is not everything we got. This is just literally a very small part. But you're going to see that box. Paul's going to go sit down. Watch it get pushed. Yoink. Pushed right off the table. And then I came back to watch that footage because I was just completely dumbfounded. Could not for the life of me believe that actually happened. But we're going to be staying the night and doing some investigations. We got some really cool stuff coming up. I got some amazing camera placements. Changing this tape recorder here real quick. Tape recorder Mike's room. Second side. Let me show you what we're working with here. So Mike's room. Kitchen. Bathroom. That area I don't feel comfortable with. Something about that, the basement, I just don't feel right about. There's the upstairs. 3 bedrooms. So yeah, pretty cool spot. Has it not went off since I've been gone?
No,
Not even the radiation?
no.
Can you do me a favor? Have you been hearing that click? Whatever that is?
No,
It literally just clicked.
I haven't heard it.
Can you do me a favor? Can you try to ring that bell again?
I asked a couple of times and it didn't. I was wondering if it followed you.
I don't know.
Did you follow Bert?
Did you follow me? You know, I'm here to tell your story, whatever that story may be. Can you do me a favor? Can you come to this bell and ring this bell like that? Can you do that for me? Oops. Oh, that was a cassette recorder.
Cassette tape, yeah.
I was like, dude, that's creepy. But that was literally a cassette recorder. All right, that's electrical magnetic. Let's go back to radiation. Can you do me a favor? Can you come back? I would love for you to come back and ring this bell for me. I showed you how to do it a second ago. You know how to do it. You've been doing it all night, and I thank you very much for doing that. Just come over and just ding that bell just like that. Can you do that for me?
Do you miss Tina? Tina was really good at this.
Tina was really good at this. Tina loves spending time with you guys. I would like to ask you some questions using this bell if you would give me a little bit of time here. All you have to do is just walk up and just press that little button right there. If you could do that for me, please. Can you maybe just touch my hand? Can you come touch my hand? thinking maybe if it would try to touch my hand, it would be enough to set that off. Because it's based, there's a field right here. That's where my thought process is. Who's ever here? Are you male or female? If you're male, can you press that bell? If you're female, can you press this bell? I legit don't think it's either not here or it's trying to recoup energy. I feel like it does it. And then it does like a recoup. It's the only thing I can think.
You want us to stop asking questions?
Please don't ring the bell because I got a lot of questions to ask. So Tina and Paul was here earlier, and when they was here, Tina was going over in that other corner, and she was getting them to go over there. The interesting thing is she would go over in that corner, and she would walk back, and when she would walk back, it would like the radiation sensor would go off over there, and then would go off over here, and then she would go back, and then it would stop in that corner, ring the bell, and then go right back. It was the most insane thing I'd ever seen. Whatever it is, they love Tina. They love Tina. I heard that click over there again.
It almost sounds like it was the camera, maybe.
You think?
I don't know. It sounds like mechanical like that.
Like it's not the, it sounds mechanical. Maybe it is that camera.
I think it is.
I don't know. That's so wild though. I do find these pictures interesting though. Check out these pictures. I took 2 pictures while Tina and Paul was here, both with Polaroid, because I think old school might be our determining factor. And so in the very corner, you see those numbers. That's actually Tina. And she's back there with that radiation detector. And let me see if I get this light to stay there. Yeah, it is. So you can see it looks relatively normal. I took another picture in succession, and that's what happened. It almost looks like motion. That's the only thing I could think. And we're going to be taking some photos like that. I'm also going to be taking, there's static cams through the entire house. So we're going to see what we pick up, because if it's not here, maybe it's somewhere else, and that's why we're not getting that activity. And of course, we'll be checking the audio from each one of the rooms also. So I don't know. But hopefully y'all find this interesting. We're going to be here the rest of the night, and then tomorrow we're going to be going to the Wildwood. And a lot of people says the Wildwood is Paul. He thinks it's scarier than here. So we're gonna be checking it out. I'm super curious what it's gonna be like, but hopefully y'all are excited to see it. I'm excited to bring it to you. I thought I'd go live and kind of give you guys an idea of what we're doing, but hopefully here in the near, probably a month and a half, you'll have the full video. I can't wait to give it to you guys. But I think that's it. I'm going to get back to investigating. You guys only get a teaser. But until I see you on the next podcast or next video, goodbye. Why couldn't that bell?